All right, well, let's move on because we're still talking Real Madrid for this one. What's the deal with Sergio Ramos, Rodri? Because we're hearing some negotiations stalling, and I mean, this is Sergio Ramos we're talking about. I really cannot picture him anywhere else but at Real Madrid.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult, but at the moment, this is the first, maybe the first time anyone here in Spain can think that Sergio Ramos can leave Real Madrid. Why? This is a new chapter of the story, a long story in between Sergio Ramos and Florentino Perez. The thing is that Sergio Ramos wants to stay at Real Madrid. Real Madrid wants Sergio Ramos to stay at Real Madrid. But the thing is that, as I said before, Real Madrid doesn't really have any money left right now because of the works at Santiago Bernabeu for the renewal works and all that stuff. And the thing is that, Sergio Ramos wants 2 years more at Real Madrid apart this season, and Real Madrid only wants to offer Sergio Ramos one more season apart from this one. And, they're struggling a lot. They're trying to have these kind of talks in between Sergio Ramos and Florentino, but directly, no any other person. And I think in the next 2 weeks, they're going to try to make any move. And after that meeting, they're going to think if Sergio Ramos is going to stay here, and if Sergio Ramos, apart from that, wants to stay, which is the main key for me right now at the moment, because Sergio Ramos wants to know what Real Madrid are going to make for the next 2 seasons. It's not about money. It's not something about economical issues. It's only about the project that Real Madrid wants to make in the following 2 seasons. So that's why Sergio Ramos wants to wait till Real Madrid can tell him if they're going to hire, they're going to get any big name to be like before.
I see Jules over there making up a face. Jules, what are you thinking about this one?
He's 35. I mean, who do you think you are to demand 2 years extra? No, but it's true. I mean, you can have another year, and then maybe you can.
Anyway, Jules.
I know, but you can sign for a year, and then they might give him another year at the end of that season. Why go straight? There's a lot of clubs right now, even before the pandemic, who had a rule for over 30 years old players, which was like, okay, we'll give you a year, and then we see. That doesn't mean that this would be his last year at Real Madrid. It means sign for a year. We give you the pay rise that you want, because you also want pay rise. And I know, Rodri, you said it's not about money, but it is a little bit about money as well. And we give you that pay rise, and then we see again in a year. But why do you want 2 years?
Listen, one thing, quick one. What can Real Madrid find in the transfer market, at that price? Are Real Madrid going to get something better at that price? I mean, for me, that's the key of everything. I mean, if you have Sergio Ramos, which is still one of the top 5 central back of worldwide, why are you going to move on to try to get, something more expensive and something who are not going to make the same thing the Sergio Ramos is making at Real Madrid?
David Alaba, this is your answer. You can get Alaba, and he's coming on free. I mean, there's no free transfers anywhere, but there's no transfer fee, and then you can extend Sergio Ramos for a year. But I think from his point of view and his brother Rene, to ask for the 2 years now in this current context with the pay rise that they want as well at his age, and with the season that he's having, which, let's be honest, is by far not his best season, you're thinking, okay, just take the 1 year deal. And then in a year time, you can always discuss another year. But 2 years, I think, is a bit bold.
Anyway, Alaba is a different operation apart from Sergio Ramos. I mean, they're not linked, okay? But because Zidane wants Alaba to play as central forward, as a left back or right back, and then, as a Casemiro replacement. But the thing is that, Sergio Ramos is good enough to be at Real Madrid 2, 3, or 4 years even.
The man defends, the man scores. I mean, what more can you get? I don't even need to ask Rob now to try chime in and rate him. But sticking a quick pin in David Alaba, Rodri, what's the latest with that one? Because if you look at some headlines, at least here in the UK, people are saying that Liverpool could still be in it with a chance. But what are you hearing? What could really happen?
Well, our info, that we get from our sources at Real Madrid, they tell us that they are very interested in Alaba because of the free transfer at the end of June, and they consider Alaba, like as I said before, like a really great get for Zidane. And the thing is that they think at Real Madrid that Alaba wants to be a part of the Zidane squad for the next season. So that's why they're really confident. I mean, there's not any deal at the moment, no deal, but they think they have advantage apart from Liverpool or Man City or any other club that can surround around Alaba. But the thing is that they think that Alaba is going to become a Real Madrid player at the end of the year.
Rob, what do you think about this one? I know, of course, Manchester is definitely your kettle of fish, but looking not too far across the road at Liverpool right now, we see the kind of quote-unquote crisis that Jurgen Klopp has been having to deal with in terms of having less defensive options because of injuries and coronavirus, etc. Is David Alaba probably someone you think that, Liverpool should target seriously?
I think David Alaba is a player who is so good that every single club with any kind of ambition should be looking at. To find a player who of that quality who may be leaving on a free transfer, that kind of opportunity doesn't happen very often. And even clubs who have got solid defenses, the likes of Manchester United, Manchester City, all of these clubs should be looking at him because he's that good a player. I mean, it sounds like he's already made his mind up, or at least Real Madrid are quite confident that he's going there. But these players do not come around very often, particularly for no transfer fee. I mean, as Jules said rightly, there are no free transfers anymore, and he'll cost a considerable amount. But with no transfer fee, I mean, that is a fantastic opportunity for any club, whether it's Liverpool, United, City, anyone. And it's easy to see why a club of the size of Real Madrid would be looking at him, because he is that good a player.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.